information to share with you guys today. It's going to be a fantastic day. First back after a holiday weekend in the summer. The original start to the fall kickoff holiday. All right, here we go. Here we go. Just another minute or so. This is actually the most boring part of the day because all I'm doing is watching the Zoom and YouTube connect to each other. It's like watching paint dry. But there we go. That's it. All right. Let me post this here. Get you guys in the door. Prepare everybody for the day in advance. Well, look at that. We already have victims here. I call you guys my victims. We got Brian, we got Mark, we got David, we got CJ. By the way, Brian, we got some nice A-line. I got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 A-line alerts today that I'll be sharing with you guys. David, Jody, Ivano, Eagle, Vernon, Frankie, Thomas, Motown Guy, Tom, Dave, Robert, Wayne, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Art, War Dog is in the house. Patricia's in the house. Richard's in the house. Jill says, good morning and happy Friday. It's Tuesday. Morning, Jill. Jill, are you okay? It's Tuesday today. David, good morning. Virtue Vien, Stephen, Angie, Pat, Deanna, Dennis, Carrie, Ray, Gaston, Henry, George, Robert, Rice, Delbert, Mozzie, Zenmaster, Claire, Kevin. Boy, we got a full house here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at that. In 79 seconds, we almost got 123 people. Yeah, Jill, I kind of want Friday again too, but Ricky. Oh, we did, and it was my daughter's birthday. It was a fun holiday, fun for everybody. Let me share my screen before we start getting too deep into all of this. Got a lot to talk to you guys about today. We got Wade in the house. We got Colleen. We got Julian. We got Kenneth. Good morning. Penny's in the house. Tracy's in the house. So Friday, people were asking me to show you pictures of my dogs. So Friday on the Telegram channel, I did just that. I showed you pictures of Penny and Harry. Hope you guys enjoyed them. Had a great weekend. Was celebrating my daughter's birthday. She turned 11 years old. It's my youngest daughter. I have 3 kids. You might have guessed. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. It was a really nice weekend. Very nice, calming weekend without a lot of drama. Ricky. Yes. PI 007. Agnolo. Almost sounds like Michelangelo. All right. So good morning, everybody. Let's begin. Before we get too deep into this, remember something. There's this Thursday, folks, I'll be doing a live trading class where I'll be giving setups for an hour on the Pro Trader dashboard. That's going to be very, very exciting. I also have my VIP room at noon every day. You don't want to miss out. I'll be giving today's seasonality, which is very important. Good morning, Dr. Serena. Yeah, we got already 200 here in 3 minutes. Timothy, Dylan, good morning. And then don't forget, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Gary. All right, so this first trading day of September. Now, before we get too deep into this analysis, let's talk a little bit of nice, Cam. Congratulations. Tony, Edward, good morning. We still have folks coming in. Usually I start about 5 minutes in, but I want to start a little earlier because I do have a lot to talk about today. And as you know, I want to get to work on time. I don't want to be late for the office. Good morning, Flying Ronan. So typically this weekend marks the end of the summer. Typically, volume starts moving into the market this weekend. Typically, you start seeing institutional trading move into the market this week. Unfortunately, I do not believe that is going to happen this week for multiple reasons, and let me tell you what those reasons are. Let's see. Yeah, Raleigh's brother. That's right. That's right, Murray. That's Cam. Yeah. So number one, we have a fragmented week. We have a holiday this week. Whenever you have a fragmented week, it usually takes 2 to 3 days for the market to come back in. Okay. Let me, there we go. I had to update that. Sorry about that. So markets are closed yesterday. That means we're more likely than not, big institutions are going to start getting into the market Wednesday, I would guess, second half of the day, or Thursday, right on time for the ADP and jobless claims. Now, this week, we got factory orders, we got jolts, we got manufacturing and construction spending today, which means no monkey business till 10 a.m. We got a whole bunch of bond auctions. It'll be interesting to see how they're perceived. But construction spending and manufacturing is the big data this today. Then you got Beige Book tomorrow at 2 p.m., jolts at 10, and factory orders. That'll be important. But the big report is going to be right here. Unemployment rate on Friday, average hourly earnings, year to year. Unemployment, here, let me highlight this for you right here. Now, these are specific factors that the Fed is looking at. This report is going to be meaningful. Also, by this time on Friday, we're not going to be in holiday trading anymore. That'll wear off by somewhere around here or early here, as it usually does. So next week, I believe we'll see a full week. I think this week, the big run days are going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm not expecting much today. Today, we're going to treat the market more like a Monday. As you know, Mondays typically are rotation days, days when folks are coming back, days when institutions are coming back, things where institutions rebalance their portfolios that they're holding for a monthly basis. So I'm not expecting that much firepower out of the market today. Okay. One other major, first, I always like to start off with major things because you guys tend to remember major things. The other major thing that I'm seeing on the horizon is this. Do you see that number, 389? Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. You see that number right there? 389. Now, look at what happened. Let me go back 1 week ago. 1 week ago, we were at 496. Will Clyde take the day off? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays for Clyde are not big. He likes to come in Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday. Baby Louie is going to be the senior trader today, Murray. Today's Baby Louie's day to be the big shot. And I'm sure all of you saw this picture I posted. This was Penny. This was Penny Murray. This was the senior trader last week. Penny. Everybody always wants to see Penny. And her assistant last week was Harry. So last week was all Clyde. Clyde was lazy last week. So we'll see if we can get him a little bit in today. So again, getting back into maybe Murray, maybe. So getting back into this, remember I showed you last Friday and we came in on Monday and I said we're overbought, we're at 496, and then look at what happened. 282, 277, 142, and so on and so on. And now we're back at 389. Okay. Thank you, Murray. She is a sound is going in and out to devices. I think it's on your end, CLJ. Does anybody else see sound or hear sound coming in two devices? Or is it just CJL? Are you guys hearing me okay? Can you guys let me know if you guys are hearing me like you're usually hearing me, or if there's a sound coming in through two different areas? Let me know about that. Yeah. So again, we're at 389. Is that really, is that Motown guy? What does yes mean? Randy, what does yes mean? It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Let me know if it's good or if it's double. Okay, sounds perfect. That's what I thought. Okay, good. No double. Okay, good. It's on your end. It's on your end, SJL. You're welcome, Andrew. And if I've been helping you make some money, you can always post it here, and I'll be very grateful to you. We do keep those things. We do keep those things uh, for records. Good. All right. So sound is good. So again, we're not at 400. Remember that number. That number. That hey, Richard. Good morning. That number that we pay attention to is over 400. We're not over 400 yet, but I want you guys to keep attention at this number because we're getting there. And there was a hell of a lot of good-looking long trades today. And when there's like too many long trades, it tends to be a turnaround time. So be careful. We're not at 400, but we're almost at 400. So I'm giving you heads up that there's some warning signs up here. As far as earnings, well, yesterday markets were closed. There was nothing else. Oh, I just added this. Let me share this with you. I figured I wouldn't share it with everybody, but I shared it with with the pit. But I'm sharing it with you now. Here's the link to this document. It has already all the implied volatilities and all the earnings players for the week. So just to be careful, we have Zscaler today. Tomorrow we have Dick's. We have Dollar Tree. These are important retailers right here. These are important, really important. Oh, good, SJL. Yeah, I'm trying to use a really good mic here so you guys could hear me like studio quality. Trying to bring up my Clyde has embarrassed me enough to want me to spruce up my production game. There we have it. And don't forget, I have a class on Thursday where I'll be trading full time for an hour with you guys or something like that, giving you free trades. Hope you had a wonderful time with your daughter. Enjoyed your. I did, Sandra. Thank you so much. It was fantastic. She's a really good girl, too. So, something else is happening this week. All right. Something else is happening this week. AVGO has earnings. Well, Roger, why is this a big deal? Because AVGO is really big on the whole AI graphics card, the thing that NVIDIA was really big on before NVIDIA became, quote unquote, the biggest company in the world. Does it send bad signal for Dollar Tree? It's DG and Dollar Tree are following each other. Woo, look at that, Dr. Serena. We're breaking records and kicking butt. So my point here is AVGO is a big stock to pay attention to. It's not as big as NVIDIA, but it's almost as important to NVIDIA. The forward-looking statements on the stock are going to be extremely important. So again, you've got Dick's, you've got Dollar Tree. These are retail, consumer discretionary stock, very important. And you've got AVGO, which is going to be a reflection of Amazon. So, excuse me, NVIDIA, not Amazon, NVIDIA. So we do have some important earnings. I've also highlighted the big ones here for you, so you have all of the data you need, okay? AVGO is here. I have it all here for you. Now, notice this sheet used to be 43 pages, right? Remember, Brian, when it was 43 pages? It's only now 5 pages. So we're not in a big earnings season right now, but we do have possibility for some calendar spreads. And again, I gave you the implied volatility expectations right here on the right-hand side, okay? All right, let's look at some commodities, and then we'll get into the stock market. And we had several stocks report, so we got to be really careful today. And also, we are going to open up softly on the Nasdaq and the Dow. But again, volume is low. Don't put too much weight into these numbers because this is based on very low liquidity overnight over the weekend. So again, take this with a grain of salt. But between you and me, I could use a couple of down days. I have a bunch of shorts, in various portfolios, and I could actually use a couple of down days. And again, September, folks, seasonally, September is not a strong month. October, we start getting into some strength. And also remember something else. This is the part that I didn't finish talking about. Typically, we kick off our fall season this week. We are in a election cycle. An election cycle, the summer starts a lot later and it ends a lot later. I don't mean the weather. I mean the trading volume. Typically, you will notice, and I've noticed this. This is not something I've done a back test on. This is just something I've noticed over the last several election cycles. That obviously, because there's a lot more unforeseeability in the world, you're going to have a situation. You're going to have a situation where it takes a little bit longer for things to figure out. Typically, things begin picking up after the debate. Have they scheduled? Folks, I'm not a big politics guy, so please don't get me roped in. Tonight, I'll get my dose of politics. I'm going to see T-Bus for dinner tonight. But can somebody here tell me when that debate is scheduled? Does anybody know the date of the debate? But that's usually when things start moving, after the first debate. And then if not, things will definitely start moving after this Fed announcement towards the end of this month. So I'm actually expecting another couple of weeks of a couple of extra. September 10th. Thank you. So like, as I just said, I'm expecting a couple more weeks of this. And even after the first debate, we may just get a little bit. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jill, Duzzy, Allen. Thank you. We may still not really start getting aggressive till the third week of this month. 1st of October. That's usually. Thank you, Jill. Thank you. That's usually when things pick up on elections. So they tend to the summer volume tends to start a little bit later. You might have noticed that happened this year. Although we didn't have a lot of volume, but we did have a good movement even in the beginning of this summer. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the tip. But honestly, it tends to start a little bit later, and it tends to begin a little later, and it tends to finish a little later, the whole summer window. So the summer window is moved up about 3 weeks to a month. And again, is that a scientific fact? Is that something I'm going to, bet my child's life on? No, but it's something I've noticed over the years. And you'll notice it too. And that's just simply because we have more unforeseeability than usual. And this year, we have even more unforeseeability because it doesn't look like the things in the Middle East are cooling off that much right now. So there is a lot of stuff on the table. The election this year is a little more unforeseeable because of Kamala. I can't pronounce her name to save my life. Kamala, because of Kamala. So there's a little bit more unforeseeability. Also, Europe is not, and China are not doing as well. So we've got a lot of things on. We've got a lot of things that can go either way. All right. So 10-year. I know you guys don't watch the market when there's a holiday, but I do. And futures were open yesterday. And guess what the bond market did yesterday? It made a lower low. I didn't want to bother you sending you pictures or anything, but this is yesterday's data on the bond market. The bond market actually broke the low yesterday. Yeah. Kamala. I just got to say it a few times. I say Kamala. Her name is hard to pronounce. Kamala. Yeah. Kamala, whatever the hell it is. Anyways, this is not good. The fact that we're breaking lower. Good morning, Jesse. Jesse, good morning, guys. Good morning. In case you missed it, here are some links. Don't forget, Cam and Gustavo show from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every single day. They are a lifesaver for me, okay? When I say they're a lifesaver, I mean a lifesaver. Ever since they started doing the show, Cam, I've stopped getting these customer service requests, which I can't answer anyway because I have no idea what the guys are doing in the background. Just say law. There you go. So again, this is not good. The fact that bonds are breaking down is giving the fact that September Feds may be raising rates, lowering rates, a second thought. Again, I hate to say I told you so, but I did. And we noticed we did not break higher. We're breaking lower. This puts pressure on the stock market. Now, is this a major breakdown? No, but it does put pressure on the market. Hey, Kirk, good morning. It was nice chatting with you over the weekend. Kirk asked me, how many clients do I want in this room? How many clients do I want? Do you remember what I told you, Kirk? I want 2,000. That's what my goal is, 2,000 members a day in this room every morning. So bond market, a little weaker. Does not going to do stocks any favors. What about crude oil? I warned you. Remember when we were here and I said we have like a wall ahead of us. We have the 100-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, the year-to-day VWAP, the quarter-to-day VWAP, and the 8-day. I mean, we had like everything here. And I said I'm more favoring the short side, and I gave you guys a couple of stocks. I gave you SLB, and I gave you one which starts with VLO and VAL, a couple of energy stocks. And I said only trade the outliers, the ones that are up here, and preferably the ones down here. And I told you for now, till we get above this level, it's okay to short only the weakest stocks. Hopefully, Kirk, we'll see. So again, it looks like we're breaking down on oil, and it looks like it wants to come right back to this base. And again, energies are on the wait and see mode right now. This is just a wait and see mode. Nothing is going on. We have a lot of volatility, which means there's a lot of uncertainty, but there's no directional bias. So we got to be very, very careful. And again, the level I'm looking at as my target to the downside right now is 71.37. Why am I giving you the target? Because if you're shorting those energy stocks that I gave you last week for free, you may want to pause and take profit on them when we're at 71.22 on the energy market. Or if you see us breaking down this area, then you may want to hold on to those stocks. Gold, as I mentioned last week, I'm still pretty bullish on gold. Nothing has changed. Gold still looks like it's right around the A line. I mean, it's not as firm as it was a week ago, but I still like gold. As long as gold is above this level right here, I am going to be bullish on gold. And that level is right around 2,500. So as long as we're above 2,500, I would say go ahead and be bullish on gold. Yeah, there you go, Dr. Serena. Remember, it used to take us 40 minutes to get to 400. Now it takes us 40 minutes to almost get to 500. The only thing is we're still in the summer. We have about 25% less people than we would in a normal year right now because of the holidays and because of the summer. So we're actually doing a lot better. We started this before summer, so we're now getting into the end of summer. Things should start up again. So and we don't advertise this or promote this. This is something I do myself. Notice I don't send any emails. You know, it's funny. I don't send any emails or text alerts, and we have more people coming here in the morning, even though it's 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, than I do in the afternoon session when it's lunchtime, and when we send Telegram and email alerts to thousands of people. Isn't that interesting? We get more people here than we do in the afternoon, and that thing gets broadcast, and emails get sent out, and everybody gets notice, and it's funny, right? I guess people really like this show. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it because I love doing this. So again, I'm still bullish on gold, and as long as we stay near the 8-day EMA, I'll be okay. To me, this is just choppiness and consolidation, but look where the consolidation is taking place. It's taking place near all-time highs. It's not bothering me too much. Volatility. Remember I drew this line for you, and notice we're still above that line? Well, and notice the market is not doing all that great today. That's volatility never went below that 15 level. And that's what I mean, Sassy Trainer. You should change your name to the Sassy Trader. I love that. Thank you, everybody from California. Thank you for waking up at 5 in the morning to be here. Geez, I don't know how you guys do it. You guys are nuts. But anyhow, be careful. We may spike in volatility. As a matter of fact, if I see volatility break above the 18 level or the 22 level, I may want to buy a call. But remember, seasonally, September is not a strong month. Yeah, of course, does he? Of course. Hey, Rochelle, I hope the kitty's doing well. All right. Hey, if you guys are here in California time right now, can you put yay in the chat or yes in the chat so I see how many people are from California versus regular time zone? I'm just curious. Thank you, Sassy Trainer. I'm telling you, you should change your name to the Sassy Trader. Oh, that's very nice. All right, volatility. So don't be oh, you're gonna have to make that adjustment. Look at that. We got a bunch of people here. Wow, look at that. Sandra, Richard, Sassy, Tracy, Jesse, Dylan, a lot of people. War Dog. Well, I really appreciate it. It says a lot for people to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to listen to my spiel. Wow. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Cecilia Mountain Time. Huh. Look at that, Cam. We got a bunch of people coming in here. That's fantastic. Fantastic. That's okay, Rick. And by the way, thank you all for posting by the way, here. The blogger I forgot to give you an update. He reposted his article. If you guys did not get that yet or did not read it, please, please, please post a comment. So far, the comments have been amazing. I mean, like, amazing. Like, people have been like Todd, Carlos, Michael, Krish, Duzzy, Ken, Ben. You guys have been really, really nice. So to give you an update on this, Russell, I'm going to give Russell access to one of my programs, a swing trading program, and he's going to follow it, and he's going to do a write-up on it, like a three to five video write-up on one of my programs, and he'll be a member of it. I'm thinking of giving him the seasonality or the turnaround program to give him a swing trading program so he can document it. And, we have nothing to hide. And Nestor says, I'm returning from a week's holiday. There you go. A lot of people are going to be returning late this week. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, guys. You guys are fantastic. Fantastic. Really fantastic. All right. So volatility, I'm expecting volatility to actually rise. I'll be honest with you. I thought last week volatility would start coming down. The fact that volatility is still inflated is telling me that we could be setting ourselves up for a little bit of a downside. A few warning signs, guys. Bond market breaking down. Just to review. Bond market breaking down. Volatility cannot go below 15. 15 is warning. When it's below 15, it means there's nothing going on. 15 means fear. So bond market breaking down. Volatility is not going below 15, even as the Dow Jones last week made all-time highs. Just want to connect the dots for you guys here. We're all the way up here on the Dow, and this baby can't go below 15. That's a red flag. Okay. At the same time, momentum level, we have 389 stocks, not 400, but 389 stocks at the beginning of this week, making 90-day highs. Until next Thursday from both rooms. Road trip starting tomorrow until next week from... Gotcha, Duzzy. I gotcha. So, red flag here. Red flag with the bonds. Red flag with volatility. Red flag with momentum levels. Again, I'm just pointing things out to you. I'm not making any conclusions. My conclusions is not going to help you trade. You digesting all of this and understanding what I'm looking at, how I'm looking at. So seasonality, not helping us this month. Momentum levels, overbought. Bond market, breaking down or starting to move down. Volatility, not cooling off. Those are not bullish signs. Those are not bullish signs. And what happened when the Fed made an announcement last week in the market? the market was choppy at best. Okay. So again, does this necessarily mean the market's going to break down and cool off? No, it just means we could stay consolidated for a while too. Remember, momentum levels can cool off if we're consolidating as well. So, but it's my obligation to show you all of these things that could potentially be screwing us in you know where. All right. And it's my job to show you this. So, bond market, I don't like this breakdown. I don't like the fact that volatility is remaining, even though the stock market is choppy and near all-time highs, and the market and volatility can't break this. I don't like the fact that we're going into September, and I don't like the fact that we have 389 stocks making 90-day raw highs. I don't like any of it, and neither does Clyde. So now that we have the full backstory, commodities, on the other hand, like crude oil, is breaking down, not too much, just kind of in the range. Gold is not really doing much. So I'm not really seeing any pain from that. Now, with all of this already on the table, let's put together what we can expect today. And yes, I am reading the today's, I'm not going to make an ass out of myself, and I'm going to check the date to make sure I'm reading today's report. Trading resumed after Labor Day holiday. As again, you guys know, we had a holiday. Today's Monday is off. Anytime we have a Monday off or a Friday off, it's a fragmented week, which means we usually start off slow. And Monday's a rotation day, which means today we could be seeing a rotation day. If you don't see me making a lot of trades today, don't be surprised. I don't know if I will or not, but don't be surprised. Blue chips Dow. Remember last week when we were talking about sectors? We were talking about all the sectors here, and I showed you how money is moving into blue chips. I showed you this right here, and then I went every day back, and I said, look, one down. Dow's now here. That's Wednesday. Look at Tuesday of last week. Look at going into Tuesday of last week. So in last week, the Dow came from here. This is August 26th, right? Look at where the Dow was to right here. And look at what's leading now. Financial, industrial, material, utilities, healthcare. If that's not blue chips, I don't know what is. Remember late last week, I said I'm anticipating semiconductors and Russell 2000. Remember, Russell was still holding on here last week. It's nice to have a time back machine. Russell was here last Friday, and I said I'm expecting the Russell to come down, and I'm expecting blue chips to come up here. If you guys don't remember me saying it, you could look at Friday's report. Look at now. Look at where the Russell is. Look at where it was on Friday, and look at where it is today. And now look at where the Dow Jones is. It was down here. Now it's up here. Blue chips, and more blue chips. And I dare anybody to say I didn't say that, because I did say just that. Blue chips, defensive. Now, Intel climbed 9%, was top percentage gainer. This Intel may be setting itself up for a nice... hold on. Intel may be setting itself up for a nice gap to green. Why would I not trade a gap to green in Intel right now? Because we're in a downtrend. We could still come up all the way here and revert down. I want to be in an uptrend. So I may not take this gap to green. We will see. Remember, the trend has to be in my favor, but I like how it's moving up. So reported that including a split. Basically, they're trying to spruce up their business. Now, oh yeah, 265 on SMH. I'll get into all that in a minute. Now, remember what I told you the biggest catalysts for stocks are on the way up and on the way down. Do you guys remember what the biggest catalyst for stocks is? When the company raises or lowers their own guidance, not when some stupid analyst does it. When the company does it themselves. So I want to show you what these three stocks had in common. to prove my theory to you. See, I made a statement. I made a statement to you that guidances are the biggest catalyst for the market. And now I'm going to prove that to you. So, what's the biggest gainer on NASDAQ last Friday? It was MongoDB. Why was it the biggest gainer on NASDAQ yesterday, Friday? Was it because the earnings came out, or was it because it's raised its own guidance? Marvell was up 9%. It was the second biggest gainer on the NASDAQ. Do you know why Marvell jumped 9%? Was it because it did well, or was it because it provided revenue guidance? Especially, that's right, Murray. See, Murray takes notes, especially when it's not earnings. What can I do? Sometimes they do it with earnings. They usually do it with earnings, but sometimes it happens when they're not earnings. And that's when it's like revenue guidance. Oh, what was the most bearish stock on the NASDAQ? Alta. Was it because they felt, was it because they weaker revenue, or because they cut their forecast? So, folks, what is the most biggest catalyst for stocks to move more than anything? Well, let's look at the two biggest gainers on the NASDAQ on Friday, and let's look at the biggest loser in the NASDAQ on Friday, and let's see what they had in common. Raised its guidance, lower its guidance. So when I tell you the most powerful catalyst for a stock is when they upgrade or lower their own guidance, I'm not jive turking you. I'm serious. I mean it. Do you guys understand? You just saw proof of concept. These stocks didn't just go up or down. They were the biggest movers on the exchange. The three stocks that flirted with their guidance were the biggest gainers and the biggest losers. So next time I tell you a stock upgraded their guidance, what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, I better pay attention. When I tell you this stuff, pay attention. This is 30 years worth of analysis that I'm telling you. There's nothing more important than when a stock raises or lowers its own guidance, preferably not on earnings, but usually it happens on earnings. So, comprende? Yes, followed by buybacks, but guidance is the best. You don't, you just you get stock exchange and you look for highlights. That's what Matt and I use. Mazen, we already talked about gold. So again, guys, what's the biggest catalyst for a stock's up or downside? Guidance. If you guys have that in your dream, I'll be a happy guy. You know, it's funny. Before I said this, if I went into a room and asked a bunch of folks, I would get like 100 questions. Now, everybody will remember that this is the biggest factor. Is that something you learn on CNBC? Absolutely not. Okay, let's continue. Is the effect longer than the what? Than the yes. Think about it. Okay, think about it for a minute. Just forget about everything you know about the stock market. I'm a company. I have to abide by federal principles. If I lie about my earnings, I don't have to announce my earnings guidance. It's voluntary. If I announce my earnings guidance and I lie, I'm subject to going to prison by SEC law, because that's market manipulation. And I'm not obligated to say it. So what would be the only reason why I would give my guidance? Is it because of things are doing so damn well I can't hold it back, or things are doing so bad that I'm afraid that my investors are going to leave me? The only reason a company does this guidance is because they want to, not because they have to. You understand? So if a company's telling you, hey, we're not just doing well, we're doing way better than we expected, they're either lying or they're telling the truth. Now, if a company's doing better than they expected, that's like the best news you could possibly get. And you know they're not lying because they don't have to disclose this information. Is this something that I looked at? Yes, this is something I've been looking at for 30 years, and it's never disappointed me. And it makes perfect logical common sense to anybody sitting here. When you come home and you tell your family, hey, the company I own, we thought we were going to make 5,000 this month. We're going to make 10,000 this month. Things are really picking up. Yeah, your company's going to be worth more. Raise to 60. That's JP Morgan. That's a whole different story. That's monkey business, Adam. But we own Amazon. All right. PCE prices, nobody cares about month over month. We care about year over year. Inflation is worse than it was a year ago. PCE prices went from 2.6 to 2.7, completely contradicted what the Fed was telling us. Thank you for that, Adam. Chicago PMI unexpectedly was stronger than expected, and consumer sentiment was stronger than expected. That's because of interest rates. That's because everybody's thinking interest rates. But this week, interest rates are not in vogue. Blue chips are in vogue, which means we're getting defensive again. We're getting defensive again. 69% that they're going to lower rates this month. I still believe it's going to be in December. We got a lot of data this week on the horizon. The big report is going to be employment, where we get to really see what the Fed is looking at and see if employment rate is contradicting, because now they're all focused on employment, and this is all going to be about unemployment rates and hourly earnings, and we're really going to see, and participation rate, and we're really going to see if what they're saying is true or not. All right? That's okay, David. That's all right. So that's going to be the big report. Factory orders is going to be the big report. ADP is going to be the big report. And ISM manufacturing today is going to be the big report. This is coming out at 10 a.m. Again, we may not be doing much today. What can I tell you? I can't prop this market. All right. But we got AVGO, NVIDIA. Think NVIDIA. It's coming out on Thursday. We got Hewlett Packard. We got Zscaler today. You got DocuSign, Dollar Tree, and Dick's. Consumer discretionary. Big consumer discretionary. Big stock for consumer discretionary earnings. And I'm not expecting Dollar Tree to do well because Dollar General sucked big. Although it may already be priced in. And Dick's, I don't know. Big question mark. I just don't know. But AVGO, if their forward-looking statements are there's a slowdown in AI, you know exactly what that means. You got ISM manufacturing coming out today. You got global manufacturing, construction spending today. Europe is down. Notice Europe is down just a hair, 0.12. We may see that in U.S. markets today. We may see low volatility. Why? Because folks are just coming back in. There's not a lot of institutional volume right now. And we may see low volume today as well. I will be updating you in the pit and in the Telegram channel the entire time, as you're well aware. So again, cautiously awaiting series of U.S. economic data this week from Eurozone and U.S. Energy and mining stocks led the decline. Industrial stocks laying ground. Industrial are blue chip stocks. That's blue chip stocks. Industrial sector was actually doing pretty good here last week. China closed lower, not giving us any tailwind. Sentiment continued to dampen. That's big. That's not good for us. Remember, I was short Baba. You guys made money on it. Data released on Saturday showed Chinese factory activity contracted for the fourth consecutive month. Not good for casino stocks in America. Another signal that the world's second largest economy is challenging to achieve this year's growth target. Energy and bank stocks led the decline. That's blue chips. See, focuses on blue chips. I don't think we're going to have a lot of focus on tech till second half of this week because, again, it's a holiday we're coming off of right now. Pretend today's a Monday, and we don't really have a lot of news except for Zscaler. We don't really have a lot of news for tech till later this week. But so far, tech is not doing great, and I'll get into that in a minute as well. Japan closed just below the flat line. Again, notice Japan wasn't very volatile. China wasn't very volatile. Europe wasn't very volatile. Today may be a Monday. Roger, you're just telling us that today because you're lazy and you don't want to trade. No, I could literally put in 30 trades right now at the open. No, I'm not. I'm literally going to be sitting and watching the market all day today until 3:45. Then I have to go to gym. U.S. steel slumped over 5%. Kamala Harris expressed her opposition to the billions. She's not a president right now. It doesn't really make any difference what she's saying right now at all. So this is just all talk. Boeing slid more than 2% after they were downgraded by Wells Fargo. Yes, that is something important to me. I'm going to be looking at Boeing. That's a big industrial stock. What time is the pit? The pit is going to, here, I'm going to be doing a class on Thursday in 2 days. Here's the link. It's happening at 1 p.m. on Thursday. It's going to be the Pro Trader Dashboard class. That's usually when I trade with you guys for a full hour and give you guys some goodies. And then VIP room at noon today. And Cam and Gustavo show from 10 to 1 a.m. From 10 to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. Tesla's up. China revealed Monday that sales are up on Tesla. I'm kind of neutral on Tesla right now, but we did a long trade last week on Tesla. We made some money, but we will be watching Tesla. And today, thank you, Dr. Serena. You are amazing. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys do. And Tesla is up. This is good for Tesla. I will be going through every FANG stock and every major sector in the VIP room today. I think it's a good way to start the week. All right, sectors. As I've told you, defensive, 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 and defensive. Where were we a week ago on the Dow? We were right here. Where was a Russell a week ago? Right here. Interest rates were the big thing last week. Interest rates, lower interest rates, home builders and Russell. And now, where's home builders? Let's see where home builders are. Look at where home builders are right now. And look where Russell is. They were right here last week. And look at where the Dow Jones is. Dow Jones was here, and home builders and Russell were up here, and now they're down. And if I continue seeing that, that means we're going to see more pressure for speculative stocks, which include interest rate sensitive stocks and technology stocks. Technically, looking at the broad market, we do have a good amount of stability right now across the board. Again, Russell 2000, you got 62% here, and NASDAQ are the only major vulnerabilities. But even with that, they're not looking all that bad. They're still in the mid to upper 60s. As far as the overall market, we are still very vulnerable. We only have 62% of stocks trading above the 200-day moving average. So if we have Moondog is in the house, yay! So if we have a couple of down days, this will go into the 50th percentile, and it will expose a lot of vulnerability in tech stocks and in chip stocks. All right. What about the stock market? What about individual sectors? Let's do that. Let's look at the SPX. Are you guys finding this helpful? Is this helpful to you? Nice breakout, still consolidation mode. I'd like to see us take out the high. It would be really nice if we took out the high today. Otherwise, we're going to come back into this range. On an intraday basis on the SPY, let me give you levels. See, here's where we're opening right now. See where that bar is? See how we're opening right above the A line right here? So we're still above it. And again, it doesn't mean we're down hard. It just means we're kind of opening up a little choppy today. So again, we're still above the A line. To give you some intraday levels. So this is where we closed. This is where we're at right now. Good. So the next level to the upside is this bar. Look at that. I drew this on Friday, and look at that. We hit that level straight up. We tried bouncing off of this level twice. This is why it's really important to keep an eye on these levels. Look, we tried to bounce twice off of these levels on Friday, and we couldn't. Boom and boom. So the upper area right now is right at 653. The lower area is 559, and below that is 555. Hey, Art, how are you? Almost as helpful as the broker's morning call. Oh, all right. QQQ. Let's look at the QQQ. on a daily basis, we're literally sitting at the 50-day moving average, and I'm really not liking this at all. I'd like to see us break above this level on an intraday basis. The level on the upside we want to break is right around 477. And on the bottom, the level we want to break is 471. If we break that level, the next level on the bottom is right here, is 465. If we break that level to the upside, the next major level is 485. Good, Jess, good. So again, 485, 477.75, 471, 465. SMH. You've got 251, 241, 232. Dow. You've got 416.50, all-time high. You got the current level, 414.40, 411.71, 408. Okay. Let's do Russell 2000, and then we'll get into the stocks for today. On the upside, you got 222.47. Then you got the current level. And then you got, oops, right here. Right there. So you got 222.30, you got 216, and then below that you got 214.31. RJ says, do you think we need a major catalyst for the SPY to break out to a new high? It would, yes, I think you do need a major catalyst, and you're not getting a major catalyst till end of the week. And also, I don't think you'll have enough market cap and volume. You don't have major news today, and you don't have a major catalyst. If anything, it would be the employment situation, or it would be the earnings on Thursday. If I had to guess, RJ, if I had to guess what the major catalyst would be, if I had to guess. Okay, let's continue. So those are the levels right here. You got 222.46, you've got 216, and then you got 214. All right. All right, let's talk about stocks. The sector that I'm watching today is XLP. I like XLP. Why do I like XLP? Because it's defensive, silly goose. It's only down 0.17 ticks today. I like XLP. What are the stocks that I like? I'll do the short side first. I still like Dollar General to the short side. But Roger, it's already at 82. It went from 125 to 82. It's a buy. It's a buy, I tell you. I bought it right here, and I'm waiting for it to come back up. Don't go with the move. Don't be afraid to sell weakness. Don't be affected by strength. Do you see a big bounce coming up here? I don't. Urban. Now here's a stock that this is a stock that somebody here sent me a good demonstration and said you should make your alerts look like this stock. It was R. Remember you sent me you said Urban Outfitters. I didn't give you a nice pretty alert and somebody else gave you a pretty alert. Well, I gave you a very ugly alert, but my alert was to sell this stock. Your alert was to buy this stock. I would rather get an ugly alert to tell me the right direction of a stock any day than a pretty alert and take a loss. So bear, not bull. Urban is a bear. Whoever gave you that alert isn't driving the bus straight, R. I was in the house, technical many of the... Oh, cool, Moondog. Nice. I'm talking about the brokers morning in call on their floor brokers. I was an in-house tech many of the Wall Street houses. Nice, Moondog. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words. FMX, I've been telling you to short this stock for a week now. I have. The option spreads are crap, but you could still short it. And AAP, nice Moondog. AAP. But Roger, you got to buy this stock. It's already at 45. It went from 6. Yeah, okay. Don't hold my breath for that. Now, some A-line stocks that I like. Brian, this is for you, buddy. T-Mobile. Nice little thing. I'd like to see it break above 202. FMC, another A-line stock. I love my A-lines, guys. Uncle Roger loves his A-lines. Right at the A-line right now. FMC. PLD. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look good, Brian? PLD and GEHC. See, like these are premium things I shouldn't even be giving you guys, but I am. This needs to be breaking up a little higher, but all right, let's continue. Now I'll do the rest of the long side. ABT. See, I'm too nice. I give you guys my premium stuff. ABT, SFM. Hey, I may actually make it to the market opening on time today. I'll take a look later, Krish. Thank you. These are longs. CL. We first do our shorts, then we do our longs. SRE. I like this one too. A lot of stocks on the long side today that look beautiful, which makes me worry. When you have 389 stocks breaking out, that means A, you have a huge amount of stocks to choose from. B, that means you got to be extra careful. CNC, THC. Got a lot of THCs, TNCs, a lot of Cs. We got Electric Art. I told you about this stock several days ago, by the way. CF. Notice not a lot of tech stocks, if any. Public Storage. TFX. And CMI. Folks, that is my list. Now, again, I'm going to be giving you on Thursday, I'm going to do a power hour session on Thursday where I'll be showing you how I use the Pro Trader dashboard, the trading pit live. It'll be very, very, very fun. Be a lot of fun. That's happening at 1 p.m. on Thursday. My VIP room every day, including today, at noon. Please don't miss out. We have a great time there. Clyde makes his, what did Murray say? Isn't there a Moondog in here? Yeah. He did. He played all 3 Gidget movies. I gave short side. I started off with the short side today, Raleigh. I gave Dollar General for the short side. I gave Okta as a short side. My first long stock was XLP. I gave FMX as a short stock. And I gave AAP as a short stock. And somebody wanted me to look at AA. Let me take a look at AA. This is the only stock I'm going to look at today. I don't know. This is a Dow stock. I would be very careful shorting a Dow stock, but boy, oh boy. Woo. Who's this? Krish, you are right, my friend. Be careful that it doesn't open here and come up here, but if it starts breaking down, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I started the long side with the A line. I did. All right, guys. I had a fantastic session. Customer Service Live. You don't want to miss it. All right? Please, Customer Service Live from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'll be live today at noon. Maybe Harry and Penny will make a pit stop. Thank you for all the beautiful, wonderful wishes for my daughter's birthday. It was very nice. I showed her the graph. She smiled. Like every other person gave her a thumbs up and kisses. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later. And thank you for posting comments right here. It's very nice of you. I'm going to give you that link again. And again, Russell is going to do a review of one of our swing trading programs. I'm going to give him access today when I get into the office. And here's the link if you missed it. The feedback has been fantastic, and you guys have been iron gold. Thank you. Thank you. Manuel, send me an email and I'll talk about PDD. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Cam, I'll see you later. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye, everybody. Bye, Brian. Bye, guys. Bye, Murray. Bye, everyone. Bye, Jill.